Well, I got the pegs super glued back on, and I had to do another reset in here where that little hook or whatever was off track again, and I had to push this onto that track again. But now it seems like it's mostly working, except for it feels like the, what do they call this, servo assembly is somehow not connected properly. Just seems way too loose right here. I haven't really figured out what holds that down. Like, there's too much slack right here, I think. But the tray seems to be doing better. Well, that should have been the LD, not just the CD. I don't know why it's doing that. Ugh. Super weird. I don't know why the button is not putting the big disc out, but the large tray still is binding somehow, but I'm not sure if it's not because the faceplate got smashed on this one. And it's just not, I mean, it's just hitting somewhere or something. I mean, just as soon as I touch it, it's out. Plus I still have the original old belt on here, which may or may not be getting enough friction, but it's chewing up my little rubber bands. Those are kind of useless here. It's like it's almost too much friction. So, not real sure where to take this one. Still doing the CD thing. I don't know, that's just really weird. Well, if I'm going to figure out what's going on with the servo mechanism, I'm going to have to take it out. And it looks like there's just some connectors, which I think that's just the I don't remember what the red and green, but ribbon cables like that one. Tray comes off. Let's see. Said there was 4 connectors to come off, but there's just the 4 screws. Also, that one was loose. Actually, kind of looks like the base is a little bit plastic on, and this is a little bit broken as well. Well, that is a missing screw. And I can't reach that one. Or that one, so I have to get a longer screwdriver for one. Okay, so we got the blue wires and this gray ribbon cable. There's that. Wow, that is a giant spindle motor. So that's what that red and green wire is for, is the spindle motor. Okay, I'll make some room here. Alright, so it's the service manual says remove this spring and the plate. It's also saying to remove the wire lead. Now we got to turn some gears or something here. Okay, we got to push this and turn these. No. Oh. Push this and turn these clockwise. Now we're up all the way. And then we got to pull this out. I guess we're not just moving that by hand. I think we need to tilt it. And then supposedly this lifts out. I see at least one. Okay. Well, that was extremely complicated. So, actually what I'm seeing it looks like to me this spring here is just continually pulling the two apart. I have to read up on that a little bit. Well, I think I found what's happening is this cam, some kind of adjuster right here, was just completely turned like that, and it allows it too much play. I'm guessing it's supposed to be either that way or that way for full, and somebody went the wrong way with it. It'd be nice if they would have made that to where you couldn't do that, but at least now it's solidly together. Might need to figure out where that's supposed to be adjusted when I get this back together though. But at least that part is not broken, so to speak, so I can actually get this all back together. Saying to do that while it's raised. I don't know why it's such a big deal, but there it is. Hello, random black screw. Where the hell did you come from? Shit. I figured it out. It's from down in there. It never came out with the screwdriver. Get the other ones. No, they weren't black, were they? They weren't, but I'm guessing whoever messed with this last just threw whatever they could find in there, because I don't think I ever got that screw out. Ugh. Huge pain fixing other people's problems. Well, then I think it's just down to turning this counterclockwise. That's what it said to do anyway. Pain to get out. Okay, it was like that when I tried to put it in there. That will actually let it come in and out. Maybe I just went too far with this while I had it out. Because it did say something about only doing it a few teeth or something like that. So yeah, maybe right when it's letting go of the tray. And slide it in. It's like what it needs to do is hit this space right here on the big cog that yeah. That's a bit of a pain. So anyway, it's back in. Get this piece back on there. Spring on. Now should be able to put it back into the console. You know, just to eliminate the possibility of the broken faceplate causing problems, I'm gonna go ahead and take it off right now. Looks like there's 3 screws on the top and 2 on the sides, and I think it just pops into some clips on the bottom possibly. Well, yeah, it was just clips on the bottom. I'm just going to lay it down for now so I still have buttons connected and everything. Another thing I noticed is my white posts that the servo mechanism, this whole thing bolts down to in the front, are just sitting there. They're not really attached at all anymore. Looks like maybe there was one little clip that kind of held it in place, but it's broken on both of them. Right there. So that might need addressed somehow. I don't know, might just have to permanently glue them down or something. I don't know. I guess I could salvage them from the other one if it came to it. But they really are serving almost no purpose down there now. Well, this one wasn't in there, but I'm gonna throw one in there. Especially since the front ones don't seem to be holding on to anything much solid. cord or something holding these ribbon cables, and it got in the way from letting the assembly sit down on those white pegs. Something you probably need to watch for. Yeah, if those white pegs ain't holding it down, then the tray is gonna stick up a little bit too on top of that. So just kind of exacerbating my problems. Just screwing this down to kind of make sure nothing's touching electrically that shouldn't be. It should be okay like this. Get our tray back in here. Now let's see. Now let's see what it does. No clicking, no popping, just right on in. Now let's see if the LD will actually pop out the big tray, or the LD eject button. No drama, like it's supposed to. CD. Huh, look at that. So I'm guessing a combination of the front faceplate being broken and binding with the tray, and then also those front two screws not actually screwing down to anything that's solid, and you know, letting the whole thing lift up a little bit, maybe against the faceplate even more, was a lot of the problems. And then of course the servo assembly not quite being together, and the laser was hitting the actual tray and stuff. Now that's fixed, but as far as adjusting everything, I might have to make that a separate video or do it later, because this was quite a hassle just getting to this point. Probably not going to put it together until I can find a different faceplate or somehow glue this one back together good enough, and also find out how to secure those, the feet, I guess you would call it, down to the actual frame somehow. Maybe I can come up from the bottom and screw them or something, I don't know, but that's just not going to happen. So I'm going to call this one okay, but I am going to pull this power supply back out and put it into the other one and see how far I can get with that one as well.